JMats here, GenerationD20.com, doing a modern living end deck. Yes, we'd like to play first. And no need to pitch that back. Well, first play is a little odd because I'm going to be giving him a token, but I want to be able to cycle the Architects this turn, the Valley Granite next turn, and then we'll decide on whether we want Fulminator Mage or Violent Outburst. And we do have someone playing blue. Oh, and it looks like probably I have someone playing the Pyromancer Ascension or Past in Flames, whatever you want to call it, combo deck, which we don't have all the answers for right now, but in our sideboard we have 4 Mind Break traps and might be able to put an end to that deck in a hurry. Okay. Here we are again. Now the scary thing is sometimes they can go off turn too. Doesn't, I mean, who knows? Oh, just Pyromancer's Ascension. Okay. I can handle that. I didn't cycle my Ranit, which makes me somewhere between fuming and furious and just generally angry, but that's what happens when you're talking to the camera and not just playing. We'll destroy the land to buy us a little bit of time. And in all honesty, I might Beast Within his island on the next turn. That's one thing. One strategy with this deck is just absolute land removal. And so here, we don't want to cycle too much. Okay. Yeah, I think I want a Beast Within. I'll put 6 on the table for him. But also leave him with absolutely no land. If he doesn't draw land, he might be completely hosed. And even if I brought back at this point, I'd get 3 creatures. So it wouldn't be awful. Be nice if I had, well, I guess I get cycle and then, oh, that's true. It's all about order. Cycle, get the land, and then cascade. Okay, so I would rather have one of these guys. And before he draws something to stop me, I might as well living end. And I can Make sure that he's not drawing a land for a while. And that might secure the win. Assuming he doesn't have something strange in his hand. Yep. That was enough to get me there. So getting a game 1 win against that deck is awesome, because I'm so much stronger against it after the sideboard. And I would say, in this case, probably my Beast Withins, my Mind Break Traps are going to be my strongest options. So maybe take out the Valley Ranet. Leyline of the Void's also very good against it. And maybe I take out Architects, because they're a little odd for cycling. I think that looks good. Alright, we'll submit it and we'll see this guy in game 2. Here I think I mulligan. I like to mulligan semi-aggressively against this deck. That I probably keep. I don't have a Mind Break Trap, but I am going to be able to cycle through a lot of cards. Like I said, sometimes that combo goes off on turn 2. Good thing was he had to mulligan. So he is down a few cards. And of course, he'll be drawing many cards. So we'll be picking up a couple cards. While picking up 2 cards next turn, 3 cards the turn after. And if any one of those can end up being the card we need, then so be it. Go ahead and do a couple cycling. So yeah, we're already in a place where if his combo doesn't go off, ours is going to. We have 1 land to go. I would not hesitate to pull the trigger on this on turn 3. We should get 2 more cards next turn. And that's one of the cards I really wanted to draw. So I'm going to wait till end of turn just in case he has like a Relic of Prodigious or something of that nature. I need to remind myself I have to cycle those 2, or 2 of the 3 at the end of turn. But assuming that one of those is a land, then we are in good shape. And if he starts to go off here, we may be in good shape also. The real trick to it is hoping that he doesn't have 2 things he can cast. Although we can cycle to look for another Mind Break Trap. And you probably is finding another Monomorphosis, or Morphos, whatever, which is really a huge key to it, since everything else just gets him red. But now that he's looking at my hand, he knows I have a mind break trap. And I guess the key to that is I need to save it for Grape Shot. Because if he empties the Warrens, I'm going to assume that I'm going to be able to kill them all with Violent Outburst. Alright, now he is down to 1 mana. So I probably could just counter this. Before we do, let's cycle and see if I'm getting a land. Not a land there. Not a land there. Okay. In that case, I have to cast it. Hope that he doesn't have a 1 mana surprise. Or hope that he can't go off again next turn. Since we are... What's the flashback on that? 5. He might be able to. Now whether he could go off to the point where he can deal 16 with a Grape Shot, that might be pushing it. And if he's in refueling mode, that might buy us enough time. Alright. That's much better. Okay. So I think put out the Ridge and probably just pass the turn. I wonder if he has any counter spells. Do I have a... I don't think I have any. Yeah, I took those guys out. So I think I passed the turn because that makes his Empty the Warrens ineffective. If I can get him to a point where he has to do Desperate Ravings. So the good thing here is even if he counters mine, I could then cast the next one. And he didn't counter it. And so we're talking about what do we have? 4, 12. So I could take a chance with that. So he doesn't have an answer. That would win the game right there. And his deck is not designed to have an answer to that. I think we go for it. Let's see. Yes. For the win. So a very popular deck out there. It ran it over. Well, that's the best you can hope for from Living End.